Kyle, just 40 points in the second half. What did they do to make it tough for you, for the offense, especially on the shooters and staying home on you guys?
We just weren't aggressive enough. We didn't get enough stops on the other end, so we couldn't get out. We didn't get out in transition. They had a great second half. They made shots. We just didn't. We kind of played to their pace on the other end.
You guys have had so much success this season. How much do you want to take a game like this to learn from, or do you just kind of want to move on from it quick?
I mean, you always learn from everything. You learn from every game, every opportunity you get to step on the floor. We don't take it and say, "Oh man, it's not the end of the world," but we look at it and see what we can do better. That team's playing. They've been playing extremely well. For the last 2 months, they're a really good team, and they came to the challenge and they beat us on our floor tonight.
Kyle, obviously you've been able to close out a lot of games and you were on a good run before this, but where do you think you guys are in terms of late game offense? I mean, you've been through those clutch situations in the playoffs. How close are you to where you guys want to be in terms of executing?
I don't think we're nowhere near where we need to be, and we don't want to be there yet, honestly. I mean, we're only in February. We play for April, May, and June. That's our whole thing is we want to be our best team. April, May, in June, you want to continue to get better. So we don't want to be at that high point of understanding what we're going to do and knowing exactly, where we want to be. It's going to be, ups and downs and some bumps, but we have a good late game package, but we're only going to get better, right? We're only going to continue to get, better in more, situations like this.
Kyle, the league has gone to a lot more length. We've seen what Cleveland did with their 7-foot across the front line. I mean, from Toronto, their lengthy, if not tall, front court. Certainly Dallas showed that today also, playing bigger players against Jimmy also. What does it require, and almost an evolving NBA when teams are going back to be bigger as far as to get into your offense to be able to play through that size?
Well, first things first, you got to get out in transition. Right, and that length doesn't can't do too much in transition. I think just putting guys in better situations and us figuring out the place to put the ball and the spots to put the ball and just figuring out the double floods and the baseline goes and the slides and all those things and what happens within the game. You just figure it out as you continue to get better and continue to see that.
As a matter of fact, I think Duncan was talking after the last game also about you need to get out and run more, but playoff basketball tends to be half court. It tends to be that way. So is there still a bunch of fine-tuning that you need? I mean, all the fun in the first 3 quarters?
Yeah, definitely. Some fine-tuning. Like I said, we're not where we want to be, right? It was just one of those games where we learn from it and, Spo and the coaching staff will look at the film and we can learn from this and take it on to the, later on into the season. But for right now, we've played fairly well last, couple weeks, but it's one of those games where they just beat us tonight.
All right, Carl, thank you.
Thank you.